Hello, this is Victor here at RestoreYourMercedes.com. This video is for Al in Wisconsin. Okay, Al, so this is basically sort of a final video because I've done anything I can on this testing here, everything I can, and even more. So the unit right now is energized. As you can see, it is on. I cannot push the plate in. I can show you when the unit energizes and de-energizes. Let me just flip the power for you. So here's the power. That's off. You see it's on right now when the throttle plate moved. It's difficult for me to make this video with one finger on the power switch and one arm on power, and as you can see, I'm activating and deactivating the unit. Now, e-gas module, this is your e-gas module, and I do have an issue with this thing because it did shut down on me like a couple of times in past, but then it stopped. But once it shut down, I tested the coil, I tested the throttle with the ASR unit. It did activate, so I know that the coil, when the unit was off, the coil was good. So, and after deep freeze and heating up on the bench and all that good stuff, it still works. So I think the coil is okay, but the issue is in the unit. I did try to do some very extreme thing to it. I shorted out a couple of wires here to basically get this unit in pretty much emergency state, and it did react, and after it reacted, it stopped shutting down. So in any event, if there is a problem with the throttle body does not work, then obviously next thing to do is to replace this module, LLR module, cruise control module. It's cheap for this car, so that's a good news. And that's basically what I find wrong with this combination, is mostly the unit. The wires were bad, so there's good possibility that bad cables damaged the unit. Who knows how long they've been touching and which terminals touched and which wires touched in between each other. So who knows which ones over here, you know, in the loom, whichever ones are shorted. Okay, so the unit is on. Let's see. Yeah, give me 1 second. Let me show you another thing. Okay, here. The temperature on the unit. See if it's working. And yeah. Oh, okay. There it goes. Alright, so as you can see, it is warm. It's been on for many hours, few days, and that's a good test. And as you can see, room temperature is around 67. The unit is at around, hottest point was over 100. Let's see if we can get the reading from behind, because here we have the coil and the motor. You can see it's actually around 90 something. This is 104 even. So you can see that the unit has been on for a while. Like these were on for a while too. As you can see, they also reach that this is different unit. It's bigger. It's a V12. So you see, this has been on the bench for a long time. So that's the temperature. So this is tested hot. And another thing I want to show you, the actual value. This is star diagnostic readings. It's connected to the e-gas right now, so we can see some values coming out the unit. If I move the lever, as you can see, potentiometer value changes to 0.50, and it goes back. This is very limited because it does not let me energize the plate, only when everything is connected. In terms of the engine RPMs are, you have engine RPM signal, you have engine control module connected to the LLR module, then you see values read. You got the actual value potentiometer R2. This is the actual plate potentiometer. It's the potentiometer that looks at the angle of the plate. Obviously, it's not going to work because right now there is no RPM. There is no electrical activation of the plate. It's not cruise control mode. It's just regular running mode. And when you have engine RPM showing up, then it will change slightly to get idle speed correct. So we have that. Cannot be tested really without the unit being on the vehicle. And another thing I'll show you here is a fault memory. Now, because I have the e-gas module as a standalone, there is no engine control module, which is N43, and that's the HFM module. That's the control module that is in charge of your injectors, coils, and all that stuff. So we don't have it. So therefore we have only one CAN fault, communication fault. That's because it is not connected. And that's the only code I have here, so it appears to me that everything is good in terms of the throttle and e-gas combination. I mean, not e-gas, LLR combination, but again, I have issues with this module because it did shut down on me after it was on for like about 10 hours. I came on to test on it and came by to test on it, and it's off. I was like, okay, I re-energized it, it didn't energize. So there's a little bit of issue with this module. So put it in the vehicle, it's easy to get to, you can always get another one. It's not a big deal. But the throttle is seems to be fine. That's basically the conclusion here. And no codes out of the module. So just the communication, of course, like I explained before, communication code will arise because we have no other computers connected to it. So this basically will wrap it up. I mean, it's ready to mail back to you. So once you install it in the vehicle, let me know how it works. But I think you'll be okay with this combination for now, at least. And once you start getting issues, then this module will be the next one to be replaced, if there's going to be any issues. But it's been on for about 3 days now, non-stop, never shut down. So I'm kind of confident that that shorting emergency measures, I think they just did its trick. So we're good on this. Alright, so this is Victor at RestoreMercedes.com. Thank you for watching.